All right, now, he brought up I come back at you with another edition of this Boomer's Logic, man. I here doing my 1-2 thing, but wanted to share a moment with y'all while I'm heading to this store, coming back up out of Alabama, getting ready to go back to Georgia. Man, I want to talk about how these black women are acting and being treated in other countries. How these black women are acting and being treated in these other countries. But before we do, man, go to the channel, Boomer Logic, hit the bell for notifications, like, subscribe. Y'all know the business, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know what to do. So, I had two different stories. I'm going to tell you about this black girl and her experience. I'm sorry about that. This black girl and her experience in Greece. And then the second one is going to be about this black girl in Italy. And I'm going to make them both tie together and tell you why and show you why these black women are being treated the way they're being treated in these other countries. And it's not because of racism, it's because of behavior. So this black woman, she's in her 50s. Her and another group of black women were celebrating, their 50th birthday as a whole, as a group, and they were in Greece. So they said they went to this upscale establishment, was having dinner and drinks. But when they came in, they said that they were discriminated against. It was racism, that when they came in and when the people came to serve them, they told them, hey, y'all got to pay your tab now. You know what I'm saying? At least put some money down on the tab before you get served. So I guess that it was only done to them and they weren't doing it to anybody else in the restaurant, I assume. So I guess I'm just making this assumption because this is what they was pointing out, that this was a high-class establishment and this happened to them. So you had a black guy put together a commentary on it, and he said that it was racism, and you know what I'm saying, and they only did it because they was black and this and this and this and this. Now, I wouldn't call it racism. I would call it probably racial profiling. It's just like saying if I see a Mexican dude, first thing I think about is the cartel, beans and rice, you know what I'm saying, tacos, all that type of stuff like that right there. Also, if I see Chinese dude, I think about, hard math, fried rice, you know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things that pop in my head. And I'm going to tell you why they were treated the way they were treated and why all these other black women being treated the way they were treated with this story out of Italy with this girl. Because I watched the video, you know what I'm saying? The girl in Italy, she made this video from her hotel room. She was staying at some small privately owned hotel. I guess she had been there for about, a few days. She was staying for a week or something. And she was ordering food, like I guess DoorDash or whatever the case may be, and she was there for a few days. She had been doing this. And one day when she was coming through the lobby, they stopped her, you know what I'm saying? The people stopped her and explained to her, hey, listen, per our policy, you're not supposed to be ordering food from outside sources. We don't do that here. We had to add some extra money to your bill. It's in your, it's in your thing. You know what I'm saying? So she, does the natural sassy black girl thing like the sassy trucker did over there in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? And, I kind of gave him a stare and walked off like, one of them, F you type moments. And this is what she said verbatim. She said, so I don't like being told what to do. This is what she said. Since I don't like being told what to do, I went immediately up to my room and ordered some more food from outside of the junk, from an outside source. Just like a big F you. They just told you not to do this. So she's saying she ate. She went to go mail some stuff out. And when she came back, they was waiting for her. Said she came in, she noticed two men and a woman. And they say, hey, listen, come here, we need to talk to you. So, say, they pulled her to the side. Say the woman grabbed her and guffed her up. Slammed her on the couch and said, you owe this, and this on this bill because we told you to stop ordering food from outside sources via our policy. And so she found out that this was the owner of the hotel. And she said she went to say something to her, you know what I'm saying? Regarding, I guess, putting her hands on her or whatever. She went to go say something. And she said the woman slapped her. Slapped the taste out of her mouth. Like, shut up, don't say nothing. Slapped her. Pow. You know what I'm saying? And she said she was in such shock that she didn't say nothing. And they immediately, I guess, escorted her to a room where she was basically put on some type of house arrest type deal until she paid what she owed. Like the whole sassy trucker situation. You know what I'm saying? Where they took her passport and was like, you ain't leaving until we figure out what's, you know what I'm saying, in regard to this situation, where we figure out what, you know, what we, you know, conclude, we'll let you go or you're going to jail. Same situation here. She didn't have to run her mouth. Her actions spoke for her. She said, I don't like being told what I can and cannot do. And went up and immediately broke the rules again. See, lady in Greece, let me say this to you. And once again, to the dude, I wouldn't call it racism. I call it racial profiling, or just knowing your audience. You black women are traveling abroad, and you think that these people are not watching you on TikTok, on Facebook, on social media. They're not seeing y'all on police cars twerking, on houses, rooftops twerking, tearing up people's restaurants, tearing up people's establishments. You know, going into these Walmarts, Walgreens, tearing up robbing them of all their merchandise. These people are seeing this in other countries. So when you get to these other countries and they handle you strongly, like they did with the girl in Dubai, that's one. Like they did to the sisters in Greece. Y'all didn't do nothing wrong, but see, you're allowing this back, especially y'all 50 years old. Y'all allowing these young women to run amok like this. So you're being judged by the conduct of your younger counterparts that you're not checking. You're not checking any of them. You're letting them run amok, and most of y'all celebrating it. You know, we're modern women, and this is what women liberation looks like. They seen y'all on Essence. They seen y'all do the Essence takeover. They seen the BET. Well, you think that these things are only being seen over here in America? Dubai watches people's social media. Like if you're in Dubai, they watch your social media while you're in Dubai, and you could be put in jail for what you put out there while you're in Dubai. They lock you up for it. You know, so y'all act like y'all being discriminated against in these other countries, and you are, because of your conduct and behavior. It doesn't have to be you. It can be your big fat friend Lizzo, who we will be talking about today, with her shenanigans. You know, it's all these young girls that's putting that's shining a bad light on you good black women. So when y'all do travel abroad, you're getting treated a certain type of way because of your counterparts, and you're not checking it. Once again, to the lady in Greece, don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? I know it kind of rubs you the wrong way, but at the same time, you got to grab the mirror, look in the mirror and say, well, why did that happen? All you got to do is look at social media. Look at what you're allowing to go on in the female community, because you black women have separated yourselves from black men. This is what you said you wanted, and this is what you've done. That y'all are your own group of people. And this is why you're so out of control. And this, once again, is why black women are becoming the most distasteful, disliked group of people on the planet. This is why everywhere y'all travel, you get treated a certain type of way. This is why. Somebody made a video talking about the sassy trucker girl, and he was warning, he said, listen, a lot of these countries treat women who travel by themselves just like that anyway. He said, if you're not accompanied by a man, they don't take you serious. Especially you black women, because you're out of control, so they don't take you serious. Like, for instance, my niece travels to Dubai all the time. My niece, Aisha. She sends back pictures. She's always doing something really classy, really nice. She's not down there dressed like a whore, acting out of control. She acts like she has sense. She's a nurse. She works down there most of the time. And she's never had any problems. It's because she's not an idiot. She's not an idiot like the girl in Italy. Go back to her room and order room service, order food out again just because I don't like people telling me what to do. This is how you black women are. So when you get to these other countries and you get slapped like the girl in Italy, don't get mad. Suck it up, get back on the plane and come on home. Learn how to act. Learn how to act when you're in other places. Man, I'm going to shut this one down here. And I'm going to talk about this girl, Lizzo, later on, man. Because she's a mess. Oh, Big Chubbs Lizzo, man. I love y'all, man. I just wanted to make this video because I seen this thing on that girl in Greece. I think it was the women in Greece. I think it was yesterday. I said I'm going to share this with them. But yeah, y'all black women are being targeted and, you know what I'm saying, racially profiled because the social media is telling who y'all are. So yeah, when you go to these other countries, you say, well, they don't treat the white people like that or they don't treat the Asian people like that. Because the white people are not allowing their daughters to be on roofs and on police cars twerking. Asians really ain't doing it. So yeah, they get treated differently. They get treated with more respect. Who in the hell wants to treat y'all with any type of respect? Come on, man, stop it. And then, now let me close with this because you do have the pandering panty sniffers already out in force talking about this girl Lizzo. But we're going to get to that. The panderers are out in force. But listen, Lizzo's panties is big enough where all of y'all can sniff them. So y'all can just take one pair. Y'all ain't got to be fighting and wrestling. Just grab one big pair of them tents and y'all sniff them together. But we'll get to that later, man. Let me go and do this order, man, and I'm going to hit y'all back on the next one. I love y'all.